What if I tell you that all your life you've been told a lie regarding gravity? Well, we all were taught the Newton's law of gravity in school, and according to which all the objects move towards the earth because earth is exerting a force of gravity. Well, this statement and this theory is not quite accurate. About some 100 years ago, in the year 1916, this genius, Albert Einstein, proved Isaac Newton wrong. There are some flaws in the Newton's equations. Newton's equations give accurate results under normal circumstances, but when the force of gravity is too strong, these equations just fail. They could not solve the problem of the orbit of Mercury. Now, Mercury is the first planet in our solar system, and it is the closest to Sun. And the problem with Mercury's orbit is that Mercury does not follow the same path after it completes one complete revolution. It's like the orbit of the Mercury itself, which is revolving around the Sun, and Newton's equations could not solve them. In the year 1916, Albert Einstein published his general theory of relativity. And according to this theory, time is relative. Well, it was thought that time is absolute previously. Even Isaac Newton thought that time is absolute, but it's not true. Time is relative. There is no master clock in the universe that we can take a reference to when it comes to time. Time ticks at different pace at different places in the universe. Time might be ticking a little faster relative to us at a different place in the universe, or it might be ticking slower relative to us a different place in the universe. So time is relative, time is not absolute. So what this has to do with gravity? Well, according to Albert Einstein, time is the fourth dimension, and time is intertwined into space as one fabric, the fabric of space-time. The three dimensions of space and the one dimension of time make the fabric of space-time. Massive objects like Sun and Earth warp or they curve this fabric of space-time. And gravity is the result of this curvature of the space-time. The best way of analyzing it is a trampoline, and you put a heavy object on it and the fabric curves. Now, it is this curvature that makes other objects move towards the heavier objects, and it is this curvature that makes all the other planets go around the sun. So gravity, according to Albert Einstein, is actually not a force. Gravity is a result of the curvature of the space-time. According to Einstein, when a person is falling freely, he does not feel his own weight. He will feel his own weight only after he touches the ground. Well, if gravity is a force, then you will also feel the weight of your body when you are falling freely, but that doesn't happen. Well, one of the simplest examples to demonstrate this is a bottle with holes filled with water. When that bottle with holes is held in hand at a height, water is sprinkling out of the bottle. But watch what happens when this bottle with holes is dropped.
3, 2, 1. Whoa.
When the bottle is dropped, the water is no longer sprinkling out of the bottle, proving that gravity is not a force. If gravity is a force, then water would have been continued to sprinkle out of the bottle even if it is falling downwards. But it just doesn't happen. So if you are taught that gravity is the force of attraction between two objects, you've been lied to. It really is an outdated physics and not an updated physics. Now, the reason why we are still taught the Newtonian physics at school is because it's easier to visualize gravity according to Newton's theory, and it's incredibly hard to visualize gravity according to Einstein's theory, because we are three-dimensional creatures and we live in a three-dimensional world, and it's extremely hard to visualize time as a fourth dimension. So, about some 100 years ago, Albert Einstein proved Isaac Newton wrong, and the latest update in physics is that gravity is not a force. Gravity is a curvature of space-time. Thank you.